Everything was perfect until one decision changed humanity forever. In the beginning, God created a beautiful garden called Eden. It was full of life, full of peace, and full of God's presence. Adam and Eve lived there. They had no fear, no shame, no pain. They walked with God and spoke with Him, and God gave them one instruction. Eat freely from every tree in the garden, but do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat it, you will surely die. It was a simple command, a test of trust, a call to obedience. One day, the serpent came. He approached Eve quietly, carefully.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?
We may eat from the trees, but not from that one. If we eat it or touch it, we will die.
You will not surely die. God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will become like God, knowing good and evil.
Eve looked at the fruit. It was beautiful. It looked good. It seemed to promise wisdom. Desire replaced obedience. She reached out and took it. She ate. Then she gave it to Adam, and he ate too. And in that moment, everything changed. Their eyes were opened, but not to glory. They saw their nakedness. They felt shame. For the first time, they were afraid. They quickly gathered leaves and tried to cover themselves. Then they heard God walking in the garden, and they hid. God called out,
Adam, where are you?
I heard your voice and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid.
Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat?
The woman you gave me, she gave me the fruit, and I ate.
The serpent deceived me, and I ate.
Blame replaced responsibility. Sin had entered the world. God declared the consequences. Life would no longer be easy. There would be pain, hardship, and death. But even then, God showed mercy. He clothed Adam and Eve and sent them out of the garden, away from Eden, away from the tree of life. Life outside the garden had begun. Time passed. Adam and Eve had children. The first was Cain, a farmer. The second was Abel, a shepherd. Both worked, both labored, both brought offerings to God. Abel brought the firstborn of his flock, the very best he had. Cain brought an offering from his crops, but not his best. God accepted Abel's offering, but Cain's he did not accept. Cain became angry. His face fell. Jealousy filled his heart. God spoke to him. Why are you angry? If you do what is right, you will be accepted. But if you do not, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to control you, but you must rule over it. Cain heard the warning, but he did not listen. He invited Abel into the field, and there he attacked his brother and killed him. The first murder in human history. Then God spoke. Cain, where is your brother Abel?
I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?
God replied, Your brother's blood cries out from the ground. Cain was judged. The ground would no longer yield its strength for him. He would become a wanderer, restless, alone. Yet even then, God showed mercy. He marked Cain for protection, so no one would kill him, showing that his justice is always balanced with mercy. And Cain went away to wander the earth. From the garden to the field, humanity had fallen. Sin had entered the world. But this was not the end, because even in judgment, God's mercy remained. And from that moment on, the story of redemption had begun.
Key lessons for daily Christian living from Genesis 3 and 4 includes 1. Obedience to God protects us. Eve didn't fall immediately into sin. She first entertained doubt. When we question God's truth and entertain temptation, we step onto dangerous ground. 2. Sin always brings consequences. Adam and Eve gained knowledge but lost peace, intimacy with God, and ease of life. Sin promises gain but delivers loss. 3. Take responsibility, don't shift blame. Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent. Cain avoided accountability. Growth begins when we own our actions before God. 4. Guard your heart against jealousy and anger. Cain's offering was rejected, but God gave him a chance to correct himself. Instead of improving, he allowed bitterness to grow into violence. 5. You are your brother's keeper. God cares about how we treat others. Christianity is not just about loving God, it is about loving people, protecting them, and being responsible for their well-being. 6. God is both just and merciful. Even after disobedience and murder, God still showed mercy, clothing Adam and Eve, protecting Cain, and promising redemption. 7. Sin crouches, but you can rule over it. Temptation will always be present, but through God's help, prayer, and self-control, we can overcome it daily. Closing reflection. Genesis 3 and 4 show us the beginning of human failure, but also the beginning of God's redemptive love. Every day, we face the same choices: obedience or compromise, love or jealousy, responsibility or blame. And just like Cain, sin still crouches at our door. But through Christ, we are given the strength to rule over it, to live righteously, and to walk back toward the presence of God, even after we fall.